Okay, guys, so I'll be doing a couple of interview problems, and I hope you guys enjoy my solutions. I'll try to read through the problem, then explain the approach I took, and then I'll just code it. If you have any questions, just ask here in the comments. So let's do it. Given an array of integers, return indices of the two numbers such that they add up to specific targets. So here we have an array nums, and we have a target 9. So what they want in this problem is for us to find two integers that add up to 9. And here we can see they are 2 and 7. But not only do we have to find them, we also have to return their indexes. So the way I'm going to approach this problem is through a pretty interesting approach. It might be a little bit confusing at the beginning, but I think you guys will understand as I explain it to you guys. So suppose we have an array 1, 3, and 5. And our target is 8. We can see straight away from inspection that 3 and 5 will add up to 8. But how are we gonna find that 3 and 5 are the right problems through computing, through programming? We're gonna use this table right here that I just created, and in Python a table can be created through something called a dictionary, in Ruby it's something called a hash, and so on. But the general idea is the same. We're gonna iterate through the array, we're gonna check if we have it in the table. If we do, then we found the solution. Just in a moment, you guys will understand why that is the case. If we don't, we add it to the table. So let's start by iterating through the array. So first we have 1. Let me just erase this really quickly. So blah, 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 blah. Okay. So we start with 1. Is 1 on the table? And by table I mean remaining. Is 1 on the table? 1 is not on the table, so we'll add it on the table as I mentioned in point 4. And then, sorry, actually, we don't put 1. You put target, I'll just say tar, you guys will understand, right? Minus 1. And that's all we're gonna put on the table. So target minus 1 is 7. And what is the index of 1? It's 0. So you guys might be wondering now, why did we do target minus 1? So we did this so that we can find a number in the list that sums up with 0 and adds up to the target, right? So I did 8 minus 1, 7. Now if I find a 7 in the list, it means I reached the solution. It means I found a number such that that number plus 1 equals the target. So that's why we're adding the remaining. We always look up on the table, see if there was a number that add up to the target, and if we do, we found the solution. Otherwise, we'll add it to the table. It's gonna be clearer as I keep doing the problem. So 3. Is 3 on the table? 3 is not on the table, so we do the same approach. We get the target and we subtract by the number we're currently at. 8 minus 3, it's 5. What is the index of 3? It's 1, so we put it on the table. And finally 5. Is 5 on the table? Yes it is. It's here. So we found the solution. Why? Because we already found a number such that the remaining to reach the target is 5. And we have on the table the index of that number. We have this index here is 3. We know the index of 5 because we're currently at it. So we found the solution. Now I'm gonna code this and maybe it's clear. It's kind of hard to solve those interview questions sometimes, so if you guys don't understand, you can come here to the discussion table and maybe take a further look, or you can comment here on my video and I'll try to explain. So what we'll do, we're gonna iterate, so let me start from scratch. we're gonna iterate through nums is the array, right? We're gonna iterate through the array, and we're gonna create a dictionary, an empty dictionary. So what I'm doing is pretty much just creating this table empty. Now I'm gonna do the following. If that number is on the table, if the number we're currently iterating through is on the table, it means we found the solution and we're gonna return their indexes. So here, that case would be equivalent to finding 5 because it is on the table. So if nums I is on the table, in the dictionary, I mean, which we represent, which is actually kind of like a table, we're gonna return an array that is gonna have the index of I and I. This might be a little bit confusing, so I'll go through it. So what is nums I? Nums I is, in this case, it's gonna be 5, right? So nums I is as if I was at index 2. I look up on the table, and when I say nums I, nums I, I'm looking at the key 5 and getting the value 1. And what is 1? 1 is in the index of 3, which was the first number we used to subtract from the target. So this will give us 1, and this will give us 2 in this scenario, right? So this will return the answer we're looking for. Else, we're gonna put the number on our table. So we're gonna put nums I and make it I. So what I'm doing here is pretty much doing that fourth thing we did here. So we're inserting it on the table. So let's say 1. 1 is not on the table, so we're gonna, oh, actually I have to subtract from target. I'm gonna subtract target from 1, which will give me 7. So that's what I would get here, 8 minus 1. And I'll put as the index I'm at. So let's hope, let's pray it works. It didn't work. 13, it's because I missed a semicolon. Okay, they're asking me to pay for the service. I will just wait a little bit and it's gonna work. Then I got the wrong answer. So why did I get the wrong answer? My output was no. Let me see. I in range diction. If nums I in the dictionary, return nums. That's interesting. Oh, I think it might be because I declared it inside. So if I declare it outside, it should work. Because I was pretty much, every iteration I was creating a new table. That's not what we wanted. There we go. Accepted. So that's the solution for the TwoSum problem. I hope you guys enjoy it. It might be a little confusing, this table approach, but if you guys look at the video again, try to understand the table approach, you guys will understand how it works. And if you don't, you just come here to leetcode.com, look for the TwoSum problem on discuss. You can see a solution in a bunch of different programming languages. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you very much for watching the video.